Hey there, part-timers. Once again, it's Anton from Anton Bay. Thank you for stopping by the collection room. Today I'm taking a look at some comics, little thrift store haul. I found this orange prison jumpsuit at a thrift store, and I wasn't going to pass on that. I thought, shoot, if nothing else, I'll just carry a shovel, and that'll be my Halloween costume. I'll be the kid from Holes. So I stopped by a thrift store, had Alistair with me. He's very heavy when you're carrying a baby around in a store, but I was just kind of taking him out to get him out, and I ended up finding comics at a thrift store, and I was pretty excited about that because you don't normally see comics at thrift stores around here. But I was able to pick a few books. I'm pretty excited about what they were, at least a couple of them. First off, I'll always grab a Cheryl Blossom if I see him. And this is Cheryl Blossom number 36. It was right on the top of the pile. I was like, absolutely, of course, I'm gonna get that. It was $1. All of the comics I found were $1 at the thrift store. And I just thought, you know, buck, of course I'm gonna do that. A little bit later, I came across this one. This one was very exciting. Harvey Comics, Saved by the Bell, number 1. I didn't know they made a Saved by the Bell comic. I was not a fan of the series actually when it came out. Kind of hated it. Just thought it was lame. But it was something that was always present in culture in my time. So I was like, I'll snag that. I was excited to see it. I was glad to see it. I'm not a big fan of the show, but I respect that it existed, and I totally grabbed it. So I thought it was definitely worth $1. Came across Blip and the Cads from Amazing Press. Or Amazing Comics. I usually grab anything from this brand. They used to do quite a bit of X-Mutants and stuff like that I was pretty into. So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna snag that. Black and White, 1987. Brand new, sealed in plastic at a thrift store for $1. Of course I'm gonna do that. But you also might have noticed I've thinned out a lot of stuff behind me. We are moving, so that's something that's going to be going on. That will probably affect some downloads for the next month. We're moving to Kansas, so. Blackthorn Publishing, Alien Ducklings. Just looked super weird. Wasn't going to pass on it. Not for $1. Black and White, Goofy Duck stories. So yeah, gonna totally grab that. Now this one they had probably 50 issues of a comic called Blue, and I don't even remember who published this. Image was behind it, yeah. So this was a title that just kind of dropped out of nowhere, and I saw it on a rack brand new when it came out, and I was like, okay, well, first issue, I'll snag it. Sure, I'll give it a shot. I remember thinking it was expensive. It was $2.50. That's not really expensive these days. It was expensive then, but I picked it up. Never found another issue of it ever. Like I never came across one. I was just like, okay, maybe I guess it was a one shot. At the thrift store, I was pleased. They had Blue issue 2. I didn't even know there was a Blue issue 2. I mean, it's got interesting art in it. I mean, it's an interesting style of book. So, I mean, it's not really my bag, but I did snag it. This one was $2.95, which would have been really expensive for me back then. But another one they had just a ton of, Blood Pool number 1. Just a dopey Image title, Liefeld cover. I'm gonna grab it for $1. Of course, I'm gonna get that. Who doesn't want Rob Liefeld covered for $1? I mean, it's got all your typical Liefeld imagey type stuff going on in it. First issue, yeah, I'll snag that. It's new old stock is what it was, so I just went for it. Once again, another book they had just a lot of. I bet you they had 50, 60 issues of this. Casual Heroes, #1. And it kind of looked like a Michael Allred book to me, which is why I snagged it. But I don't think Allred touched it. Like, I flipped through it, I'm like, no, this doesn't look like Allred on the inside. And from what I can tell, I don't see any Allred signature on the outside. So it's just somebody doing a really good impersonation of Michael Allred's work, I guess. But I snagged it because I thought it was Michael Allred, or it looked Michael Allred, kind of. It's not. I'm still not upset. It's only $1. And that is my little stack there. Now, while I've been moving, I came across some comics that I had given to Chloe, my wife, back before we started dating, when we were just kind of friends. I thought she might enjoy some comics. Anyway, I found these comics, and I guess that means they are mine again. But I found Sergio Aragone's Gru the Wanderer, #39. I used to have a massive set of Grus, and what happened is I gave Chloe just my doubles. I was like, here, see if you like these. They're kind of funny. You might be into them. You know, I knew she liked to read a lot, and threw some her way. I don't know that she ever really read them or got into them, but they're still floating around in her stuff. And I came across them, and I'm like, well, I don't have any Gru anymore. I sold all of it, and now because I gave my doubles away, I somehow get my doubles back. Call that what you will. They wound up being back in my rotation. I can hear my baby Alistair going absolutely crazy in the next room. He is having a conniption. Anyway, Gru the Wanderer, #41, #38. I don't know if you can hear him, but I can hear him. Let's see, issue number 56, 37. So this art is never what I would call like super great art, but it was so, like, look at how detailed it is and how consistent it is. It's its own style. Sergio Aragone did just a very specific, very interesting style. He worked a lot for Mad Magazine, and I don't have any of this stuff anymore until I found these yesterday while packing, and I was just very, very thrilled. Also found, in digging through stuff, a couple of old, and I don't even know years on these, old romance comics with no covers. So I'm not even sure what they are, but this one is Interrupted Honeymoon, Marriage Must Wait, a couple of books like that, and an ad where you can get a spaceship. I thought that was cool. I watched The Years Slip By, and I'm guessing this comic is called Wedding Bells because that is the heading above all of these. But just some interesting old romance comics with no covers, just in a pile of other stuff. And I was like, oh wow, I forgot I even had these. So that is my comic haul. That is what I got. That is what I picked up. Thrift store. However you want to call those, reacquired. But yeah, that's my haul. This is my jumpsuit. This is my empty shelves. Soon, these are full of figures. We're going to be packing everything up and get ready to go in October. So I got a lot of work to do. But anyway, thought I'd hit you guys with that haul. Tell you thank you all so much for watching and supporting my channel and everything that you do. And I'll try and keep you guys posted as we move. But uploads might be a little sketchy for a while, honestly. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it greatly. You part-timers out there, have a good afternoon. Remember to enjoy collecting. Don't ever let it become work. And I'll see you guys around.